Now let's get into the side of engaging international target audiences. Hello, everyone. Hello from sunny Singapore. Agritech New Zealand's Global Agri-Future Series, as you might have heard of, was a solution to a couple of key barriers around creating meaningful connections. Firstly, potential international partners weren't aware or necessarily interested in New Zealand innovation. And secondly, even if they were, there wasn't one doorway or one welcome gateway to introduce them to New Zealand industry players. Hence, the GAF series was a way to facilitate exchange of ideas and new connections for those involved. I'm going to play a little clip for you to get a sense of the action that has transpired.
You're not hearing it, Michelle.
Wouldn't you know? Again, you can blame Murphy if you need to. Everything worked well in the practice session, but unfortunately things aren't coming through, Michelle.
Apologies. Let me try that again.
Great.
Okay. Please let me know if you hear this.
We do some.
So I've really enjoyed the discussion so far, and looking forward to meeting you in the breakout sessions. Thanks.
Thank you, Chris.
For Asia Pacific, that's looking out for digital partnerships in various areas around remote sensing, drones, digital advisory, IoT. And I'm part of our internal venture building organization where we help build new digital farming products for our growers.
This is because a stage agnostic platform makes more sense for corporations. Every corporate's different. Some of them have an ambition to do incremental innovation, apply new services.
It can be saved and then uploaded somewhere else. Deal count increasing a lot, very busy space, a lot of VC activity.
Okay, enough for now. Hopefully that gives you a feel. The Agri-Future series was a way to facilitate these exchange of ideas, and positioning it right was key because we had to reinforce that New Zealand solutions are relevant and good for the world. So it is catered to innovation experts, industry and thought leaders who want to come together, explore new challenges and ways to solve them. New Zealand organizations like Lincoln Agritech, Abacus Bio, and other startups have leveraged these events to reinforce their collaborations or get into new exploratory discussions. The first session that you saw that kicked off the 2021 series was with Bayer Crop Sciences international teams who joined us from various time zones. And that session was on how collaboration unlocks a sustainable future. The second, which you also saw, was with the established innovation VC organization, Plug and Play, who have 500 corporate partners and 400,000 startups in their network worldwide. That networking was with their teams from APAC, Central Asia, US, and it was a session focused on why being part of an innovation ecosystem is key to growth. The third and final for the year is on the 7th of December on different innovation perspectives, where our guests from Yara International, Sprout Agritech, Pilot 44 will be discussing how their culture differs and the possibilities of complementary approaches. Just checking if everyone can still hear me, because for a moment, a heart-starting moment, I thought I had exited the entire event.
Oh, I think everything is looking good. I hope I got nervous with the same thing myself.
All good, all good. I'm just going to share the screen again. Can you see the screen?
Yes, coming through well, Michelle.
Thank you. Okay, so don't worry if you've missed the series this year or weren't able to get a place at the session. We have the main discussions, but not the social breakout parts, though, on Agritech NZ's site and NZTech's YouTube channel. Now, GAF, as mentioned, is one of the connecting platforms to progress relationships with international allies. To give you a sense of our current and potential international connections, here is a quick overview of the symbiotic relationships in development.
And the investments have increased.
Thank you.
Some of our allies have immense knowledge in global needs, trends, or where the money is moving around the world. Others have really influential connections that help us create awareness both ways or reinforce ties for New Zealand organizations. Some of our allies also have strong implementation muscle in complementing NZTE or Callaghan's efforts for New Zealand companies' go-to-market efforts. There are two other ways to scale New Zealand impact that is currently in development. The second is around designing objective-specific accelerator programs for selected cohorts. And the third is a solution to enable international allies to share collaboration opportunities. The Hub, which is currently a working title, is meant to be a platform where international allies are invited to post opportunities, and New Zealand organizations can just browse their projects for knowledge or reach out directly to them if they so wish to take action. While this seems to fit the needs of both groups of stakeholders, both international and New Zealand, we are currently developing a prototype to make this truly fit for purpose before pushing ahead with the build and accompanying system enablement. So for New Zealand organizations who would like to get involved in shaping this with us, please drop us a line as we would appreciate your input.